From LEX 18, your official UK sports station for Big Blue Nation, this is BBN Tonight.
Costello, play fake, quick throw, near side, it's intercepted, and this may be 6. It's Josh Paschal across the 40, across the 30, 20, 10, 5, pulled down just short of the goal line. Marks, Costello dropping, throws it deep down the far sideline, and intercepted! Plenty of time. Scrambling off to his right, and he throws, and intercepted! Boogie Watson took it away from Osiris Mitchell at the goal line. Hill the setback to the right of Costello. And they look over the middle. It's intercepted. Pick 6. Touchdown. Kentucky. Steps up in the pocket. Throws and another interception for Kentucky. Perfect way to end the game on another great defensive play for Kentucky.
I mean, wow. What a showing for the Kentucky defense. 6 picks at Kroger Field on Saturday. Welcome to BBN Tonight. I'm Mary Jo Perino.
And I'm Eli Gehn. I'm in for Keith Farmer. Tonight we're going to break down UK's big win over Mississippi State and how fun that game actually was.
Man, we're going to do that with help from defensive back Brandon Eccles and the voice of the Wildcats, Tom Leach. Now, the offense may have struggled, but Kentucky football certainly had a historic game on the defensive side of the ball. We've got a recap in tonight's Big Blue story presented by Baptist Health. In the first half, it was back and forth with no scores until the second quarter. After a 56-yard field goal was missed by the Bulldogs, Terry Wilson broke it loose. 51 yards down to State's 14-yard line, and then Terry would use his arm to find Keaton Upshaw for the touchdown to put the Cats in front 7-zip. Eli, we haven't used tight ends in the correct fashion in more than a decade, and Keaton Upshaw being so close to Chris Oates, it felt so good.
It was a jolt, and it was good to see the tight ends. They were sort of getting open in the middle of the field on Saturday. A couple of overthrows, a couple of missed passes, some drops as well. But seeing those big tight ends get involved, very good to see. And as you mentioned, Upshaw very close with Chris Oates. We're going to know more about that a little bit later on, too. All right, later in the second quarter, Mississippi State, they drove down to the Kentucky 20-yard line, and then, well, here we go. Josh Paschal, yes, sir, gets the team's first turnover of the season, steps in front of KJ Costello, returns it to the 2-yard line, 76-yard return. A play later, Chris Rodriguez would score to put the Wildcats up 14-0. Mary Jo, this is where it all just kind of took place, and everything, the floodgates just started to open. The defense, we're back, baby. Let's start getting some turnovers and getting this done.
I always feel so bad for the big guys that run so far just to get tackled at the 3-yard line. I wanted Josh to get that score. Right before halftime, the Dogs were driving into the end zone again. KJ Costello looking for a receiver. This time it's tipped, and Jamin Davis picks it off to end the first half for another interception.
An opportunity to meet, you're going to have an opportunity to make plays. We had good technique. Our coaches had him in good position. I said that a week ago. That obviously, when you get frustrated and didn't play like we wanted to defensively, part of that is on us. Part of that's on the players. Everybody's got to own their responsibility.
And it was Davis's turn to wear number 22 in tribute of Chris Oates, and so he got the pick, and we've got more stuff on Chris coming up a little bit later. But Eli, this is just like the defense took it upon themselves to say, ain't happening again.
Especially how they were embarrassed against Ole Miss the week before. They were bound to get some things turned around. They've done some good things in the defensive game, and those defensive backs did a phenomenal job in rebounding to get this win. All right, let's go to the third quarter now. One of those defensive backs, the guy who came over from LSU, call him Boss Man Fat, Kelvin Joseph. There it is, the third interception. Good awareness along the sideline, and his first as a Wildcat. Mary Jo, he struggled in that game against Ole Miss. He gave up a lot of plays, but it looks like he's made his presence felt last Saturday night.
Listen, if you're going to talk as much as he does, you're going to have to back that up.
Absolutely.
And that was a great pick. That was a great pick.
Good stuff.
All right, later in the third, State's only score of the game would occur when a Kentucky punt snap sailed way over Max Duffy's head. He did the right thing by kicking it through the end zone for a safety. Eli, I'm sorry that this is the play that we're showing you from Max Duffy, because he was a phenom. Again, he was so great in the punting game. Punter of the week,
in
of
the
course.
SEC. Yeah, he was hitting some booming punts that really pinned Mississippi back deep into their own territory, which eventually helped the Wildcats defense in getting a lot of those stops. So now here we go to the fourth quarter, and it's going to be UK linebacker Boogie Watson. Now this is going to be Will Rogers. He came in for Costello because, well, Costello wasn't doing well, and this is just an alpha man play. Boogie just ripping it out of the receiver's hands before it goes into the end zone. Fourth interception of the night, the most for UK since 2017 against Vanderbilt. And you felt this, Mary Jo, building up. After this fourth interception, there was probably 3 or 4 other picks that they could have had in this game that were just tipped or went through defensive backs' hands. You felt it rolling. Everything was just clicking at this point.
I was definitely looking for Oprah over on the sideline. You get an interception, and you get an interception, and you get an interception. That was perfect. Let's go to late in the fourth quarter. Max Duffy, as we mentioned, he's the special teams player of the week, pinned the Bulldogs down at their own 2-yard line. A few plays later, Jordan Wright, who's, by the way, the SEC Defensive Player of the Week, gets the 5th pick of the game, walks that one into the end zone for the score. Cats up 21-2. Eli, they just kept coming.
I know, and you sort of kept waiting too, because it's like, well, this is Mike Leach's offense. They're going to do something to go over the top, right? No, big props to these guys for keeping the pedal down there and getting things done and getting
the coaching staff. They called a great defensive game.
Fantastic. All right, well, the interception bonanza wasn't even over at this point. You're at the end of the game. You got the backups in, and De'Aaron Jackson comes up with Kentucky's 6th of the night to end the game. That's how you do it. UK notches its first win of 2020. Now they'll head to Knoxville to take on Tennessee on Saturday. Mary Jo, I think me and Keith were looking this up after the game. 6 interceptions, second most they've had in program history. The first they've done it since, I want to say, 1948 when they played Xavier. Xavier doesn't even have a football program anymore. So
that ended Xavier's football program right there. That was
probably it. Was good. Good stuff, defense.
All right, some other notes from the game. The late lead allowed Kentucky to bring some new faces in, including Joey Gatewood and Jaton McClain. D lineman Justin Rogers, Octavius Oxendine also saw some time throughout the game. Josh Paschal did leave with a knee injury. He is hoping it's nothing serious. Junior nose guard Marquand McCall did not play after violating team rules. The offensive shutout was the first of Mike Leach's 19-year career.
Impressive.
But on the UK side, the offense had a quiet night, including just minus 12 yards in the third. Less than 160 yards of total offense, Eli. Once those two are clicking on all cylinders on the same night, great team.
Well, you think UK going to be a rushing team this year? Mississippi State, they have a very good run defense. And also, just a side note, Josh Paschal is expected to play on Saturday. Mark Stoops said this afternoon that he will be returning. All right, well, we can't end the segment without talking about the NBA Finals last night. Game 6, former Cat Anthony Davis finally has his first ring in the pros after the LA Lakers blasted the Heat in Orlando 106-93. After the game, Davis talked about playing alongside Finals MVP LeBron James.
Learning from him helped me be in these moments. I don't know if he learned anything from me. I mean, he kind of seen it all, been through it all, but, just being around him and the way he acts and the way he leads and the way he enjoys life, being around his family and enjoying the game of basketball, it just pushed me to become a better person and a better player.
Ex-Cat Rajon Rondo also added another championship to his resume. For the Heat, Bam Adebayo had 25 points and 10 boards. Meanwhile, it was a quiet night for Tyler Hero. Mary Jo, good to see Anthony Davis finally get that ring. He needed it.
Deserves it. He's going to have more, I think. And Tyler and Bam are going to be back because that Heat team is really good. And also Frank Vogel. The coach, former UK video.
A lot of Cats last night getting a ring.
Coming up next on BBN Tonight, we return to the game.
Yes, Kentucky defensive back Brandon Echols joins us to talk about the big showing for the Cats D when we return.